A very good and happy Monday morning to everyone out there across the Wobbles community and beyond. Landon here with you in the driver's seat, bringing you this morning's weather and night forecast, courtesy of On Target. Got a bit of a wintry mix that's working across the region out there early this morning. The good news thus far, as of 5:55 a.m., temperatures remain well above freezing. Want to be aware of the morning commute out there. We could have some temperatures slide a degree or two here as this works through. Might have a few slick spots on the roadways, but right now we're just dealing with the wet pavement. Overlooking the D93 Skycam, you can see a very light wintry mix falling from downtown Bowling Green. D93 Skycam showcasing that nicely, looking up College Street and Cherry Hill there early on this Monday, and we can get a look down in Russellville for a little bit better view of a wintry mix that's ongoing. Down there in Russellville, rolling up off looking over 431, you can see the healthy mix of rain and snowflakes that continue to fall out there. Again, folks, getting a look out there at those current conditions, though. Despite the snowfall in some locations, we do have readings that are remaining above freezing as we speak. Coldest reading across the region is located in Butler County. We're still about 2.2 degrees above that magical freezing mark of 32. We can look over here in Russellville where we just saw the snow falling. They're around 35. So right now, not expecting too much in terms of issues regarding travel. Going to be keeping eyes on these temperatures. We'll be watching them like a hawk. We'll take a glance here at the end of the video as well to showcase what we're dealing with, all right? Let's jump over here and let's talk about what's going to be unfolding for us in the weather department. And boy, do we have quite a bit to talk about, all right? We can jump over here. We can talk about the latest. First and foremost, we're going to get the big picture view of what is unfolding here. We got this little weather maker that's trekking east this morning. That's what's resulting in this wintry mix here across the Commonwealth. They got better opportunity at some accumulating snow across northern portions of Kentucky over into eastern Kentucky as well. Louisville stretching down to E-Town, already picking up a little bit of a coating in that direction. If you're headed north on I-65, I would be aware of that and pay attention for the opportunity of slick travel. We're going to get that little weather maker out of here rather quickly this morning. High pressure is going to keep a northerly wind component in check. It's going to keep it chilly throughout today. Looks like we'll have cloud cover hanging on for the most part, maybe a few breaks of sunshine this afternoon. We will clear out throughout the overnight. This is going to open up the door to a warming pattern as we work throughout our Tuesday and then into our Wednesday with stout southwesterly winds pouring in here of the magnitude of 15 to 25 miles an hour at times. By the time we roll into the early morning hours of our Wednesday, we're going to have a vigorous cold front right here on our doorstep. This cold front is going to pass south and east of the region, bringing likely rain chances across our vicinity. We're going to warm up, folks, with highs perhaps on Wednesday locating between the low and mid-50s. But you will note behind this passing cold front, we've got the opportunity of seeing the coldest air so far this season. Deep northwesterly flow is going to take hold behind this passing cold front, which may result in the coldest air of the season rolling in here as we get into that upcoming weekend. We'll get more into that here in just a moment. Let's look at the short-term model guidance, picking up nicely on this scattered wintry mix out here early this morning. Tries to maintain it and keep it around through the next hour or so, and then quickly jolting it east of the I-65 corridor by the time we roll into the mid-morning hours. And then we're going to clear that out. Not going to be too much going on at all throughout our Tuesday. We'll get some breaks of sunshine in here. And then here comes the cold front on Wednesday morning, bringing, as promised, some plain Jane rain to the region with temperature profiles well above freezing. We'll continue on and we'll get the rain showers out of here, hopefully by mid-morning on into the lunchtime hour on Wednesday. Clearing that out, but folks, we're going to be watching a sharp temperature increase ahead of that cold front and then a drop in those temperatures behind that front, all right? So looking at here early this morning, we're seeing the sharp drop in temperatures. Short-term model guidance picking up nicely, holding us right around the 34 or 35 degree mark. Brings us down between 33 and 34 degrees, but short-term model guidance is not wanting to bring us below freezing. That is good news for us if it comes to fruition throughout the morning commute that we're experiencing currently. Hopefully those temperatures hold strong just above the freezing mark. By the time we roll into this afternoon, again, folks, it's going to be chilly. We're going to have the cloud cover that looks to be hanging on throughout a chunk of today. We're going to have that northerly wind component. High temperatures going to be hitting somewhere this afternoon right around probably the mid-30s for the vast majority of us. We're going to be looking at southwesterly flow taking over throughout the early morning hours of our Tuesday, and that's going to warm us up rather nicely. We're going to be closing in on the mid and upper 40s by the time we roll into our Tuesday afternoon. Southwesterly flow remains in check throughout our Wednesday as well. By lunchtime on Wednesday, going to be up between the low and mid 50s. Folks, drink it in. Enjoy it while you can, because it looks like another sharp drop in temperatures is going to be following behind that passing front, all right? So let's take a look here. Northwesterly flow going to take in check behind that passing front on Wednesday morning. Got another weather maker with numerous question marks. It's going to dive down to the south and east in this northwesterly flow. Thursday night into Friday will need to be monitored very closely, as we could have this other low pressure system and clipper event diving down to the south and east. We might get in on another round of winter weather shenanigans throughout this point in time. So again, late in the day on Thursday, rolling into our Friday, gonna need to keep close eyes on this. These little clipper systems are rather finicky and develop a mind of their own. Rather difficult to forecast, if I do say so myself. That little low below pressure is going to pass through here. There's still some question marks on the long-term model guidance on if this frigid cold is going to work south and east here into the region. You can see the latest model guidance here with the Euro is actually warming us up now. In comparison to this time yesterday, folks, it was having the bottom drop out with the potential for highs this weekend not escaping the 20s. So with that being said, there still remains a few question marks with that, but needless to say, you got a healthy dose of winter here that's going to be arriving here late in the work week on into the start of the weekend as well, all right? Want to jump back over here really quick before we break down and take a look at our full 6-day weather forecast to give you a look at the latest in terms of what those current conditions are showing. We still remain well above freezing here. Coldest reading continues to be over here in Butler County at 34.2 degrees. 34.1 now, corrected. Over here in Barron County, everywhere else reading right around 35 degrees. So hopefully we can keep these readings here and stay above freezing in the meantime with what we have now mostly snow that is being transitioned over across portions of Logan County up into Butler County as well. But again, folks, we're going to be watching this very closely. Be aware of a few slick spots, especially on the bridges and roadways, before you head out there and get things rocking and rolling there for your early morning commute. Here's a full breakdown of your next 6-day weather forecast. It's going to be frigid throughout today. Going to be looking at low and mid 30s for highs. Clouds look to hang tough. Northerly wind component going to stay chilly out there, right? Might have a few slick spots on the roadways early this morning. Bottom drops out overnight with mid and upper 20s realized. We'll be between the low and mid 50s both Tuesday and Wednesday. Passing cold front brings those scattered light rain showers to the region on Wednesday as well. And then the bottom tries to drop out. Low and mid 40s for your Thursday with lingering hit-miss rain chances. Watching Thursday night into Friday morning for the opportunity at another winter weather event potentially impacting the region. Friday afternoon not getting out of the mid-30s, and we'll see if this comes to fruition. But right now throughout the weekend, both Saturday and Sunday, we have the opportunity of not escaping the 20s for highs with overnight lows flirting with the single digits. It's going to wrap up your Monday morning weather or not forecast presented by On Target. You all can keep up with the latest on our social feeds. We'll be updating as necessary as this winter weather event continues to unfold here early this morning. Hoping and to keep those temperatures above freezing, which model guidance suggests. So we'll be keeping close eyes on that for you. You all take